From Careco TV, one of the longest running outdoor programs on television today. Exploring the country and the coast in search of adventures. From the mountains of the great Northwest to the shores of the Atlantic Ocean. This is Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin. This week on Americana Outdoors, we're diving into the wild world of walleye fishing to bring you coverage of not one, but two of the biggest championships from the walleye stage, the National Walleye Tour Championship, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, and the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Team Championship. Now, both of these events offer huge payouts to anglers and give our guys an opportunity to compete against the best of the best in the walleye world. Let's get right to it, starting with the National Walleye Tour Championship that took place on Lake Erie in Dunkirk, New York. Day one of the 2022 championship did not disappoint, with plenty of fishing action and lots of celebration on the water.
Boom, baby, let's go! That's a beautiful 5-pounder.
When we returned to the weigh-in, we saw many of our familiar faces coming to the scales with the hopes of putting some competitive weights on the board. But it was 2019 champion John Hoyer who blew everyone away with the largest limit of the day.
39.81. There we go.
Here's a look at the Day 1 Pro Angler standings heading into Day 2. It's Day 2 of the National Walleye Tour presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. The field knows the stakes are high, as Day 2 means cut day, and only the top 10 pros and the top 10 co's will go on to compete for the championship title and a chance at a piece of a cash purse worth over $475,000. Let's get right to it and hit the water with Day 1 leader John Hoyer and his co-angler Eric Vett.
Fish on.
Oh boy.
There we go.
All right, we're on the board.
Nice.
After that fish, these competitors went on a tear and landed keeper after keeper.
There's a little nicer one. Hit it. Nice.
And it looks like the rest of the field is reeling them in as well.
Boy, he just fell off in the net too.
It's a start.
Current fourth place pro Austin Rosowski and his co-angler Wesley Ruff have their limit and are now looking to cull.
To the net. Nice scoop, bro.
Back on the leader's boat, John is about to maintain his impressive run here at the National Walleye Tour Championship.
Coming up. Get ready.
Whoa! Whoa! My gosh! Oh, what a giant! I can't believe we found another one of these today, buddy. Oh my gosh, I saw it out there and it was almost too bright to be true, sitting right by a weed, and it nipped it and I was like, no way, and then it just smoked it. Sweet.
We're back in Chadwick Bay Marina for the Day 2 weigh-in. Remember, only the top 10 in each division will move on to fish the final day of competition. Max Wilson holds on to his hopes of winning Angler of the Year with a 2-day total of 54.08 and a 5th place finish. Adam Anderson holds on to his Day 1 3rd place spot with a 2-day total of 56.90. Dwayne Jelm has been red hot this season, cashing in over $130,000 in the last 2 events. He's locked into fish tomorrow and sitting in 2nd place with a 2-day total of 60.05. Day 1 leader John Hoyer launched this morning with a 9-pound lead over the rest of the field. Let's turn it over to Anthony for the call.
Another 30-pound bag. 30.79. 70.60 for your 2-day total.
It was definitely a different day for us. Eric started off with a hot hand and luckily got the first 2 in the live well. And then I saw this one and it was like instantly moved. And I was like, oh my gosh, and it was like tick and it missed it. I ripped my bait up one more time and it just smoked it. So that was one of those unicorns from yesterday, like a 30-incher. So it was an awesome day.
Here's a look at the top 10 qualifiers in both the pro and co-angler divisions. When we come back, the slimmed-down fleet of anglers will head out on the water for the final day of competition, and later we'll crown the winner of the 2022 National Walleye Tour Championship.
To fishermen and other liars, the time you spent on the docks, the banks, the boats, the lines you cast, and the hooks you set. These moments you share with the people you love, the fish you never forget, and the tales that get taller with every retelling. Make memories that'll last a lifetime with Bass Pro Shops and Cabelas. Your adventure starts here.
When there's miles of water in front of you and hundreds of feet below, you need a boat with the chops to dominate, no matter the conditions. With the strength and technology to overcome the elements and the competition. Ranger Boats, still building legends, one at a time.
You have a full-time job and you want to be a full-time angler. Don't waste time scouting. You want to catch fish. That's where Garmin comes in. Our mapping with Navionics data lets you see more detail than the fish do. It's kind of a big deal. Oh, and our industry-leading live sonar is so crisp and clear you'll think you jumped in. You're welcome. Now, if only we had a powerful, efficient, whisper-quiet trolling motor. Actually, we do. It's called Force. We knew you'd like that. Less time finding, more time catching fish. Only with Garmin.
Welcome back to Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin. It's day 3 of the National Walleye Tour Championship, and we're wasting no time in getting out on the water with the competitors. With less than 8 hours left in the season, John Hoyer and his co-angler are hooked up with their first fish of the day.
Number 1. Cat came back.
Yep.
With their first in the boat, John and Colin went on a tear.
Hang on. Okay. We can do it like that.
With a boat up for grabs for first and second place on the pro side, Dwayne Jelm is chasing both the AOY title and the potential $100,000 payout for second place.
Nice, buddy. That's the right length.
That is, ouch. That is definitely the one that we are wanting. That's probably a 7 or 8 pounder there.
By mid-morning, both Hoyer and Jelm have a limit in the boat. With 5 hours left in the day, they're starting to pull away from the rest of the field, and the day became a battle for first and second between Hoyer and Jelm.
Giant walleye. Woo! Okay. Colin was on a little dry spell.
I was on a little dry spell.
And then you
But
caught
you
a
told me-
6-pounder.
You told me that I needed to get a 6-pounder, so that's what I was thinking I was going to do. Just
What we said is we might invite Robert, the camera guy, to the 6-pounder part if we catch one.
Back on the second place boat of Dwayne Jelm and Timothy Berg, it looks like the co-anglers are stepping up to finish out the day.
There we go. Yes!
Holy smokes. Oh man. Here's a 28. Might even be bigger.
Oops, I'm gonna go up here.
Right at 28.
Competition for the 2022 season of the National Walleye Tour is over, and there's a lot at stake in the next few minutes. The overall title is on the line, as is Angler of the Year title. On the pro side, that battle is down to Max Wilson and Dwayne Jelm. Looking at the payout numbers, there's $394,000 up for grabs on the pro side, including a Ranger Boats package for first and second place, along with $30,000 in cash to the champ and an additional $15,000 for second. On the co-angler side, the top finisher will take home a boat along with $6,000 for a $51,000 total package of their own. At the scales, Keith Cavaya's got things rolling with a 3-day total of 81.12. Keith held on to the lead as one by one anglers fell to the wayside, including Angler of the Year contender Max Wilson. Keith's reign was short-lived once Dwayne Jelm and co-angler Timothy Berg put a limit on the scales.
They have a 5-fish limit, all alive. It's going to lock in here today at 30.82, 90.87, and 92.33. 2 new leaders.
With a guaranteed second-place finish, both Dwayne and Tim locked up the 2022 Angler of the Year titles in their respective divisions. And now we're down to our final anglers, John Hoyer and co-angler Colin Martin. We'll turn it over once again to the tournament director for the final call.
Your 3-day total is going to be, today's total is 31.73, 102.33. Y'all put your hands together, the 2 champions right here in Dunkirk, New York.
I was getting bit every cast when we left. And our last 3 fish, our upgrades were an 8, a 6, and a 6.5. It was unbelievable. Really cool to share that day with Colin. Awesome that he won also. Super well deserving because I told him, I said, we're gonna have a 6-pounder party. I need a 6-pounder out of you. If you wanna win, we need a 6-pounder. And he caught a 6.5-pounder in the last 15 minutes. So yeah, I'll be throwing the party for him.
John is the second angler in history to win 2 overall championships and will take home a prize package worth more than $129,000. Here's a look at the pro and co-angler final standings. On the co-angler side, Colin Martin will take home a Ranger boat and $6,000.
I'm very fortunate for this opportunity and all my friends and family back home that, I owe all this to them just as much as, for me. So super awesome day, super awesome week here out in Lake Erie in Dunkirk, New York, and ready to celebrate the victory.
Well, that's a wrap for the 2022 National Walleye Tour Championship, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. You can find all the information about how to register for next year's events at nationalwalletetour.com. When we come back, we're covering the 2022 Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Team Championship in Mobridge, South Dakota on Lake Oahe.
Reliability. Yamaha is known for it. And it's something boaters value, because these days, few things are built to last. When we find something that is, we hold on to friendships, traditions, outboards, because every second on the water is sacred. If you count on having this time, you need an outboard you can count on to power it. That's why boaters choose Yamaha for the long run, for life, because reliability starts here.
I've made my living on the water for over 20 years.
For 14 years.
For over 23 years. I've worn a bunch of different clothing brands over the years.
Some companies big.
And some companies small. All of them said they were making clothing for us. But none of them knew us.
None of them were us.
Except for one.
Except for one.
Except one. AFCO. AFCO.
AFCO. AFCO.
Fishing isn't part of us. It is us.
Welcome back to Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin.
We're in Mobridge, South Dakota for the 2022 Bass Pro Shops Cabela's National Team Championship. We've got over 257 registered teams for this event, spanning 20 states. This is a 3-day event. The first 2 days, we'll fish all 257 registered teams, and then the third and final day, we cut to the All-American 25. Only the top 25 teams will fish that final day for a chance to win the grand prize. Anglers from all over the walleye world are here on Lake Oahe to find their 5 best fish for 3 days in a row. Even the locals might struggle a little bit, and you never know who might actually pull it out from those that aren't from around here. Lake Oahe is a huge body of water as part of the Missouri River system, and these fish are big. The problem is you can only keep 2 fish over 20 inches as a team. That's 1 per angler. And you got to fill out the rest of your bag if you want 5 fish with fish between 15 and 19 inches. That's a challenge for some of these teams as they found a way to catch their overs and not their unders. Although other teams find their way to catch their unders and no overs to be found. Total purse for the 2022 Bass Pro Shops Cabela's National Team Championship stretches over $262,000. First place will take home over $114,000, $995 in cash and prizes, including a Johnny Morris signed check worth $25,000.
In addition to a check for $25,000, the first place team will also receive a Ranger 620. We're jumping into the 2022 Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Team Championship on day 2 of competition. Let's get right to it and join Jared and John Monin on the water.
No. Huh? Not 15, is he? I don't know.
No. That's not what we're looking for, but one bit, so you gotta break the ice sometime. $15. Oh, it's it. I'm caught. Oh, got a fish. Oh, hopefully it's an under. 3.5. 3. We got 2 hours. I think you got to keep it, don't you? Yep. That's the decisions you got to make here.
Well, fishing may have been a little slow today, but it's time to head back to the scales for weigh-in. One by one, our competitive anglers brought their limits for day 2 of the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Team Championship up to the stage. Next up to the scales is a familiar face we just witnessed crushing it at the National Walleye Tour, Dwayne Jelm and his partner Tyson Keller. Let's turn it over to Jeff Kelm for the call.
Ladies and gentlemen, weighing 2 fish at 21 pounds, 15 ounces, your new leaders at 36 pounds, 10 ounces.
Now, as we know, anything can happen in the tournament world, and Dwayne and Tyson's lead didn't last longer than the time it took to take their fish picks before Jeff could be heard making the next call.
15-8 yesterday. They need 21-2 to take the lead. Chris Haynes, Miles Haynes, welcome to the top of the leaderboard. 37 pounds, 6 ounces after weighing 21-14 today. Are you kidding me? 2 baskets in a row? Guys, hold up those fish. Let's see them. 37.6 is your new leading weight.
The only thing you can ever ask for going into day 3 is a chance, and we have that obviously, but Tyson Keller and Dwayne Helm are right behind us. They're probably the 2 most feared guys on Lake Oahe. So it's going to take a bag. It's probably going to take another lottery fish with an 11 or 12 to do it again.
Game plan is to replicate today, tomorrow. So yeah, for sure. We're just going to go out there and, like he kind of said, we're just going to kind of go in pre-fish mode and just drive around and look at our graphs and only fish when we see what we want to see.
Here's a look at the teams that have made the cut for the All-American 25 that'll be moving on to fish the 3rd and final day of competition. When we come back, we'll fish the final day of the NTC and find out who will take home the championship title. From sunup to sundown, day in and day out, we work hard. We play hard. And to keep us going during those long hours, we demand performance. Angle Coolers, the original high-performance cooler.
When we could sell a good product to people and they get that same enjoyment that we do, I always tell them, it's like, it makes my heart happy.
At Secret Lures, our bass and passion is what inspired us to bring you the brand new Stupid Craw Kit. This kit is filled to the brim with all 5 Stupid Craw colors and 2 sizes of Stupid Tube jig heads. Whether you're a tournament angler looking for an advantage over the competition,
that right there is fun, Stupid Craw.
Or you're passing the passion for bassing to the next generation of anglers.
There's a lot of fun stuff about fishing, but I like catching big bass. I like just beating all the boys.
When you buy a Secret Lures Stupid Craw Kit, you're gonna turn the phrase "gone fishing" into "gone catching." Head on over to secretlures.com to purchase your Stupid Craw Kit and get hooked up with any of our tournament-grade tackle.
Things you let me see.
Welcome back to Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin. We're back for the third and final day of fishing here at the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Team Championship. As a reminder, here's a look at the current standings heading into the final day of competition. We're hitting the water with current leaders Chris and Miles Haynes. With 21 pounds separating the top and the bottom of the leaderboard, the teams are looking to get on the fish as soon as they can. And it looks like our leaders are already reeling in their first fish of the day.
All right, there's one. Nice. Let's get a weight. 7.6. 7.6. What do you think?
7.5. Unfortunately, I don't think that's probably going to do it today. We'll see if we regret it, but let's go, head down.
From that point forward, even though they caught a lot of fish, they threw almost everyone back.
I don't think he's going to make it. Good job. Get a weight. 4.8.
By the end of the day, they finally landed a solid keeper.
Oh, he's in the
That's the one you wait for.
Yes. Oh.
We'll do it about all right. Plenty
Yeah.
of time.
Oh, no.
Plenty of time. 9-0.
Nice. 9-0.
You're tossing? I'm just kidding. Open her up.
Well, as the day comes to a close, let's jump over to Dwayne Jelm and Tyson Keller for an update.
We actually feel pretty good right now. Going out this morning, and you never know what to expect with this big weather change that we had, so I feel very fortunate to get what we have. Yeah, I don't know. We got a couple big ones, got a couple lottery slots today, so we'll see what happens.
Now it's time to head back to the scales for the final weigh-in. Day 2 fourth place contenders Traver Deagle and Paul Steffen are bringing their limit up to the scales.
Couple of good fish in this box. In fact, 4 of them. 26.10 before this. 24.10 right now. 51 pounds, 4 ounces.
That weight launches Traver and Paul into first position. Now Dwayne Jelm and Tyson Keller are bringing their 4 fish up to the stage.
They only need 14 pounds and 11 ounces to take the lead. Instead, they put 21.15 on the scale, taking over the top spot with 58 pounds and 9 ounces, 58.9. Your new leaders.
Last up to the scales are Day 2 leaders Chris and Miles Haynes. Will they be able to reclaim their number 1 spot and clinch the victory? Let's turn it back over to Jeff for the final call.
37.6 over 2 days of fishing. Chris and Miles, you need 21.4. 1 fish, unfortunately. 9.6, you're into third place, 46 pounds and 12 ounces. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners here in Mobridge, South Dakota of the 2022 Bass Pro Shops Cabela's National Team Championship. And these big trophies go to Tyson Keller, Dwayne Jelm. Congratulations! Hold them high!
It's such an accomplishment to fish against the caliber of fishermen that come to this event, and we've got so many friends that fish, nationwide that came to this event, and all amazing fishermen. And like I said on stage, since I was 5 years old, I've dreamed about being up there and being in tournaments and doing it. And fortunately, Dewey and I have been able to accomplish a lot of that together. He's running away with it this year. Today was a very emotional day for me today. I can't even express the feelings that come with this. It's just undescribable.
We had a great week of practice. We had great tournament days, had a 13-pounder yesterday. Really can't complain. This is my first national event, one of the first fishing tournaments for Miles, so to come away All-American finish and then a top 5 is really a special deal.
Congratulations to Dwayne Jelm and Tyson Keller for a stunning performance here on Lake Oahe in Mobridge, South Dakota. And we'd like to extend a special thank you to Mobridge Tourism for their warm hospitality while hosting our event this year. For more information on how you can qualify for the next Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Team Championship, head on over to walleyefederation.com/Cabela's-NTC. Hey, thank you for watching, and join us next week on a new episode of Americana Outdoors. Americana Outdoors is a Careco TV production. This episode was made possible by these partners.
TH Marine has been producing top-of-the-line marine accessories to rig boats from transom to trolling motor for decades. From jack plates to fish care to LEDs, TH Marine has you covered. TH Marine, outfitting your boat from transom to trolling motor.
We don't have a large laboratory to test baits. Why, you ask? We don't need a big laboratory because our pros fish, our employees fish, our owners fish, and our kids fish. This is our laboratory. Our R&D comes from time on the water. All that time on the water brings us thousands of hours of testing new products and improving current ones for all species. Big Bite Baits, designed to bring the big bite to your line.
Born in Japan, using technology, innovation, and precision, Sunline produces the widest selection of fishing lines at the most technologically advanced line factory in the world. Manufactured at the strictest tolerances to produce victories at the highest levels of tournament bass fishing. From household names like Christie, Swindle, and Cruz, to young guns like Cook, Logan, New, and Welcher, they all trust Sunline to take them to the top of the leaderboard. Choose the line that will give you the strength to guarantee your confidence. Sunline.